Hello students, my name is Miss Susie and I am coming to you today from Manitowoc Public Library. I'm so excited to talk to you today about our summer reading program. Reading during the summer is something that we encourage everyone to do, and because it makes you smarter for school in the fall, it's a really good thing to be doing over the summer. So Manitowoc Public Library runs a summer reading program because in order to get you reading, we're gonna give you some incentives. We have all sorts of great prizes for you this summer if you do your reading. So, who likes to read? Me, right? Okay, so how does it work? Actually, it's pretty simple. You can either use our app, which is called Beanstack, and when you register for the summer reading program, you'll get to see that on the app you can log reading, you can log activities, you can see what rewards you've earned or prizes you've earned, and then for every day that you read, you get raffle tickets, so you get to see all the great prizes that you could earn with your raffle tickets. There's balance bikes, there's tech toys, there's gift certificates to Farm Wisconsin and to the Adventure Strand Adventures. All sorts of great prizes that you can put raffle tickets in as you read. So how do the raffle tickets work? It's actually very simple. For every day that you read, you get one raffle ticket. So day 1 you read, you get a raffle ticket. Day 2 you read, you get 2 raffle tickets. So now you actually have 3 raffle tickets. If you read for 24 days, you would actually earn 300 raffle tickets. And those raffle tickets can be put in for prizes. At the end of the summer, we will be drawing names to see who wins each one of our fabulous prizes. But that's not all. As you read through the summer, you also earn other free stuff. So when you get to day 4, you earn a free book. When you get to day 10, you get a spin on our prize wheel, and this is our prize wheel. You get to come into the library, spin it, and then each one of these pie pieces will have a different prize listed on it, and you'll get to have that prize. So reading all summer and marking it into the app or marking it off on our paper copy, you can do either one, is really very simple. We're just marking how many days. How long do you have to read? That's kind of up to you because you know your schedule the best. If you're a little kid, maybe mom's reading to you, maybe 10 minutes is great. If you're a middle school kid, maybe 35 or 40 minutes is better for you. If you're an adult, you could probably read an hour or 2. Me, I could read all day. So it's great. It's easy, it's simple to use. But not only do you get to read and earn fabulous prizes like books and toys and games, but we're going to have some great programs this summer too. One of the programs we're going to be doing this summer is Touch the Trucks. How many of you remember that? I bet you do, right? So in our parking lot across the street from the library, we'll have trucks like ambulances, police cars, fire trucks. We even usually get a boat from the Coast Guard. Last time we did it, we had big construction vehicles like graders and plows. The tires were almost taller than I was. So they're very huge. And the people who bring the trucks allow the people who come to Touch the Truck program to climb into the vehicles and the trucks, to look at everything, to ask questions, to take pictures. No, you don't get to drive them. No, but you get to look all over them. All right, so that's a really cool program. Then another neat program that we're going to have this summer is called Zoozort. That's where we're going to bring in some very different and unusual animals into the library, and you'll get to register for a time slot where you can come in and do like a petting zoo, and it'll be right here in the library. How cool is that, right? On Tuesday nights, we have what we call Family Activity Night. Our first one for the summer is actually going to be on Tuesday, June 1st. It's a Hmong Culture Night, and if you haven't been to the library in the last week or so, come on down. We have an awesome display of Hmong outfits and different items that the Hmong people have brought in that are part of their culture. So you want to come down and visit that. And then we're going to do a whole night about culture and the Hmong people and what all those things that they have here mean to them. Some of you maybe have celebrated a Hmong culture night at your school. So this would be another opportunity to look at that and explore Hmong culture a little bit more. So really cool programs. Then on Wednesdays, we do a lot of really neat things. We have Mary Tooley coming in, doing another art program, and then the really cool one. Mondays at 1 o'clock, starting June 21st, we're going to have a STEM program. STEM. Does anybody know what STEM means? You got it. S is for science, T is for technology, E is for engineering, and M is for math. So when you do things that are like architect, or you're building things, or you're creating things, that's all related to STEM. And there's sometimes really cool things that we do. The first program on June 21st is going to be Once Upon a Time. So you know how a fairy tale starts, once upon a time? Well, on the 21st, we're going to take a look at pond life. So small ponds, small bodies of water, and some of the things that happen in and around pond life. So it's kind of a play on words, right? Once upon a time. Yeah, sounds cool. Then the next Monday, we're going to be doing a program in conjunction with Woodland Dunes. And we're going to do stuff with mud. Oh, yeah, mud. You heard me. Mud. It's going to be a program all about mud. And we're going to have some people from Woodland Dunes come in and do the program with us. Now, the best part about this summer is we're actually having some people in the library for these programs. So we're allowing people to register, up to 10 people, for an in-person program. And so if you come to the STEM program on Mondays, we can have up to 10 people in for the program. If you can't make it, or it doesn't work out for you to come, you can register to get a grab and go bag. So you'll get the same experiment or the project that we're working on, you just get to do it at home instead of coming in here. So we're doing a kind of a combination of do it at home or do it in the library kind of thing this summer. So that's a really great thing. The other in-person thing that we're doing this summer is story time on the road. We're going to take our story time and go out into the city of Manitowoc and be all over the place doing story time in different locations. We're going to do story time at the zoo. We're going to do story time at Washington Park. We're going to even do story time on the lawn here at the library. So lots of great opportunities to actually see other people this summer. We're so excited about being able to do some in-person programming this summer. All right, so I told you about that STEM program that we're going to do. So this is an experiment I'm going to do now that is related to one we did last summer, just to give you an idea of some of the things that we do. I am going to do an experiment. So in my bag here, I have baking soda. In my cup, I have glue. This is just Elmer's glue, like school glue. I have a little bit of vinegar. And I have some saline solution. Can anybody guess? What do you think I'm going to make? Any guesses? Well, let's see if you are right. So I'm going to start with my glue. Glue is actually a polyvinyl acetate. Wow, is that a big word? Are you ready? Try that again. Polyvinyl acetate. Blech. That's a really big word. And if you see it as it's dripping into my cup, glue is kind of liquidy. It's long strands of atoms that are just kind of stringing together, and they fall together. They cling, but not too tightly to each other because they're still kind of liquidy. All right, so that's my glue. Then I'm going to add baking soda. What do you think is going to happen when I add the baking soda to the glue? What's going to happen to the glue? Is it going to stay liquidy? What do you think? Well, let's see what happens. All right, so I'm going to get that in there, and I'm going to start mixing it up. Oh, are you watching my hand? It's getting harder to stir. Look at that. Yeah, that's not as liquidy as it was when I poured it in, is it? What happened? It got thick, right? So the strands are starting to cling together a little bit more. So this was glue and baking soda. All right. So in my other cup, I'm going to mix what we call activators. So this is vinegar. And is vinegar a liquid, solid, or a gas? Right? Which one? It's a liquid, right? Okay. So, and then I'm putting in saline solution. It's a saline solution. Do any of you know what that is? Or when you might use it? Yeah, I bet some of you have seen this before. Maybe your adults in your house use it. A lot of people who wear contacts in their eyes, they use the saline solution to put on the contact before they put it in their eyes. Kind of creates a film so that that contact doesn't like get stuck to the eye. It floats around in the eye instead of sticking tight. So I'm going to add some saline solution to my vinegar. Now again, these are very liquidy, but they're activators. Activators, that means something's gonna happen, right? What do you think is gonna happen when I take these polyvinyl acetate and I add these activators to it? What do you think? So I have an acid and a base, and I'm gonna put them together. They're gonna create a gas. They're actually gonna create carbon dioxide. So I'm gonna put them together. Are you watching? Are you ready? There we go. I'm gonna start mixing. What do you think is gonna happen? Whoa! Oh, I totally forgot to add my food coloring. I wouldn't have to, but it just looks cooler this way. So what's happening? Oh, we mixed them together and it made a gas, right? Which caused fizzing. So I have kind of the volcano effect, right? But I'm gonna keep stirring. You know why? Because look at what's happening now. Does it look like this is easy to stir, or is it getting hard to stir? It's getting kind of hard to stir because that activator is causing the strands in the glue to really stick together. This is called cross-linking. So let's think about this. If you were to make spaghetti noodles, you guys seen how spaghetti noodles look? When you first pour them out of the kettle, when the water and the noodles are done cooking and you pour them out, they're really kind of runny and they slide right out of the kettle, right? They just slip and slide. But if I were to let them drain them and then put them on a plate and let them sit for like 25 minutes, what do you think would happen to them? Blech, yuck, they would get cold, right? But not only would they get cold, but they would get really stuck together. They would have like a paste between them. And if I tried to dump them off the plate, it would be like sticking a fork and pulling the whole pile up at once, right? Well, that's kind of what's happening here. So look at this. Now I have made slime. Look at that. And I can pull it out of the cup and I could mix it up with my hands like this. Look at that. Now, is this a liquid? Not really. Is it a solid? No, because it changes shapes. So in science, we call this a non-Newtonian substance because it's not really a liquid and it's not really a solid. It doesn't pour like a liquid and it doesn't keep its shape like a solid. I can stretch it and mold it, and if I stick it in a cup, it'll be the shape of the cup, and if I stick it around my hands, it gets like my fingerprints in it. So it's called a non-Newtonian substance. You learned so many big words today, didn't you? So this is fizzing slime volcano, all right? Or a fizzing volcano slime. You could look it up either way. You can find these directions on the internet, but this is the kind of stuff we're going to do at our STEM programs Mondays at 1 o'clock starting June 21st. All right? So what are you going to do this summer? You're going to read, right? Because reading gets you lots of cool prizes. You're going to come on down to Manitowoc Library. You're going to register for our program. If you register through our Beanstack app, you can register anytime. If you would rather do a paper tracker where you can mark off on the month, then you can pick those up starting June 14th. The program runs from June 14th to August 7th. So come on down, join us at the library, and have a great time with your summer reading. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Miss Susie from the Manitowoc Public Library. Hope to see you soon.